Kindness is a vague and wonderful thing. It needs a definition or frame. Many children do not learn kindness by osmosis, or by the adults just hoping they will. Saying be kind, don't be mean, and be nice does not make it so. Those common directions are too general and don't deal with the endless frustrations and confusion that can occur between children throughout any day. They want to get along and be liked, but when frustrations arise, which are inevitable, how can they respond? What facial expressions communicate what they are feeling? How can they control the impulse to hit, bite, scratch, kick, or scream if that is their impulse? What words can they use instead? Early intervention when tension is rising and skillful teaching during calm, safe time at circle are preferable to just resorting to timeouts. Sit there until you've thought about it and are feeling better is sometimes more frustrating than the first reason a child was upset. Too often the timeout could lead to more outrage and low self-esteem. Children need specific examples and experiences to build up their capacity of being kind using self-control and to see themselves and others as kind. If you want a friendly, safe, relaxed and realistic classroom atmosphere, you must prioritize teaching kindness. Kindness counts can be as important in your daily schedule as circle time. It's right up there with snack time for healthy, happy children and teachers. Kindness is a vague and wonderful thing. It needs a definition or frame. Many children do not learn kindness by osmosis, or by the adults just hoping they will. Saying be kind, don't be mean, and be nice does not make it so. Those common directions are too general and don't deal with the endless frustrations and confusion that can occur between children throughout any day. They want to get along and be liked, but when frustrations arise, which are inevitable, how can they respond? What facial expressions communicate what they are feeling? How can they control the impulse to hit, bite, scratch, kick, or scream if that is their impulse? What words can they use instead? Early intervention when tension is rising and skillful teaching during calm, safe time at circle are preferable to just resorting to timeouts. Sit there until you've thought about it and are feeling better is sometimes more frustrating than the first reason a child was upset. Too often the timeout could lead to more outrage and low self-esteem. Children need specific examples and experiences to build up their capacity of being kind using self-control and to see themselves and others as kind. If you want a friendly, safe, relaxed and realistic classroom atmosphere, you must prioritize teaching kindness. Kindness counts can be as important in your daily schedule as circle time. It's right up there with snack time for healthy, happy children and teachers. In real life, challenging situations happen all day long. Adults, take notice of A. What is going right? Who is having a good time and why? B. Are there any areas where there is tension? Do they need support or are they able to work it out independently? C. When something goes wrong, who responds? What response is helpful? D. If an adult needs to intervene, do they ask questions and listen to the children's feelings, or do they just tell them what to do or not do? The Kindness Cat song. The children can make kindness cat headbands with cat ears. Start with a paper plate and trace cat head and ears on the inside circle. Children color in their cats with their own choice of colors. Cut out so that the cat head stands up for all to see. Put them on and wear when you sing this song. Navigating friendship. Talk about navigating, that it means steering and keeping safe, reading the signs and adjusting to the situation. When you sing the chorus, children can drive their boats around each other without bumping, perhaps waving and smiling as they go. During the verses where you sing about listening to each other, pause and look at each other. On the chorus, drive around again. Whether you're in a whole group at meeting time or kneeling next to a child who is in the midst of a struggle at choice time, taking the time to notice and name the problem will always be worthwhile. Everyone will feel safer than letting an irritation grow unaddressed. You might have thought meeting time was going to be about the seasons, but for now it is about problem solving. These are lifelong skills for all ages. Let them take priority. Naming what you see and feel is important. I see you and Barbara are having a hard time. Can you tell me what the problem is? Never assume you already know. The child's perception of the problem is what you need to know. Also, be sure to listen to both children's points of view before asking for solutions. Check that you understand. I hear Sharon saying that she had the toy first and should get to keep it. I hear Barbara saying she has waited a long time and should get to use it now. Is that the problem? Everyone has practiced finding words, maybe with your help until they agree that you understand, and everyone has practiced listening to the other point of view. Problem situation 1. Notice. 2. Put it into words. 3. Check for understanding. Now that we are all clear and respectful of each person's problem, then go on to problem solving. 4. Ask if anyone has a suggestion. If the children can come up with a solution that everyone is happy with, 5 stars. But if it is just too hard for them, the teacher, being the protector and instructor for all of them, comes up with his or her best solution. Some ideas might be, make a list of who is waiting, so they will not be forgotten. Set a time length for turns, with a timekeeper. Find another toy, play together with it. The other child will get that toy first at the next choice time, but allow the first child to finish out their turn now, because we have to clean up soon anyway. Kindness counts. Who noticed someone being kind today? The best time to do this is after recess or at the end of the day. Recess is that open-ended time when people have to negotiate including others in spontaneous play, taking turns, on a swing, or sharing equipment in the sandbox. Lining up outside with no lines and numbers, children need to navigate safely and in a friendly way. So there are many examples in fresh memory following recess. If children start to name the things that didn't go well, tattling, complaining, remind them this is a time to report kindness, not problems. Hopefully someone already took care of helping them through any problem at recess, so why dwell on them? Now it's time to pay attention to what went right. Start with a large empty see-through jar that has been labeled kindness jar. One by one call on children to recall a kind act they noticed. If children are unable to name something, and it's been a cooperative morning, the teacher can name, well, there weren't big problems today, so we can count a cube for each person for creating our kind classroom. Or you might name someone you noticed do specific thing. A child helped when the markers were spilled, or put away something they didn't take out. As each kind act is named, a cube, or teddy bear, or ping pong ball, or some other counter, is dropped into the jar. Do not keep a tally of who was kind. This is not a competition, it is an atmosphere that everyone is helping to create. You want every single child to learn what is kind and to feel that they are all creating a kind classroom. When the jar is full, the class gets to have a kindness celebration. How many acts of kindness are in there? 100? Make guesses, no one is wrong. Jot down their guesses and then count them. Pour them out and ask children to put them in stacks or piles or groups of 10. How many are there? Put that number on the board and maybe on a sign outside your door. Wow, we had this many kind acts in our first number of weeks of school. The celebration could be an extra recess or choice time, a special visitor who reads a kindness story, a kindness walk indoors or out, a visit to another part of the school. The whole class creates this achievement. Each child could make a kindness hat out of a paper plate, with a heart or a smile or a giant K, whatever represents kindness for them. Depending on the food policy and allergies to be aware of, perhaps there could be a special snack. Or a favorite game. Be proud. Make a poster outside your classroom door with a flower stem and leaves. Each time there is a kindness celebration, put a heart on top of the stem to show that you're growing kindness. The next party you can add another heart, and add another heart for every time the jar is full. Eventually you'll have a giant chrysanthemum of a blossom. You may need to start a new flower. Preparation is key to having a classroom atmosphere that feels safe and welcoming to everyone, children and adults. These suggestions will help the lead teachers feel ready and able to support an environment that sees and welcomes everyone, where everyone counts. Gather background information that can be readily posted and is handy to refer to when speaking to children and parents by name. A reference card with each child's family members' names and their schedule could be right above the child's cubby, along with their birthday month and year. Did they just turn 5 or are they nearly 6? Have they been to school before or is this their first time? Some of your labeling and systems can be created before the children arrive. Names on cubbies and sit-uponts and place cards can be done ahead of time. A job chart and clothespins and popsicle sticks with children's names can be labeled and ready. After the children arrive, they can make their handprints for the job chart and trace footprints for lining up. This helps them make the classroom their own, to feel ownership and responsibility for the have-tos. This is where my helping hands and feet are with other helping hands and feet. The Kindness Counts jar is a touchstone daily event that teaches social-emotional skills. This one routine is so helpful in creating a safe and happy atmosphere where learning can be best achieved. It takes this vague word and concept of kindness and translates it into actions and words. When children know that their words, actions, and attitudes will be recognized every day, they help to make their classroom a safe and secure place to be. Oh, we're kind and growing. Kinder only need a small reminder to include each one and keep it fun for everyone around. Kindness Counts is that small reminder.